You've probably heard of vitamin D as the sunshine hormone, but far more than that. It plays a major role in how we perform, feel, and focus throughout the day. Hi, my name is Laurence, and I want to educate you the importance of vitamin D and how it affects our performance, hormonal balance, and emotional well-being. So, without further ado, let's get on with the video. What is vitamin D? Is it fat-soluble, water-soluble, and why is it so important? Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, meaning that through dietary fat, it is stored in the body's fat tissue. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, which is quickly flushed out of the body, this vitamin can be stored in the body for a long time. So what makes vitamin D unique? Well, your body can produce it by itself, but only with the right kind of sun exposure. Now we're going to explore how vitamin D affects our performance, hormonal balance, and mental health. So, starting off with performance. Vitamin D supports strength, bone density, and recovery, and low levels are linked to reduced endurance, muscle weakness, and increased inflammation. A review in 2012 highlights vitamin D's role in muscle protein synthesis, reducing inflammation and oxidative stress, and boosting ATP and strength. Also, studies show that athletes with optimal vitamin D status tends to perform better and recover faster. In terms of hormonal health, vitamin D acts as a hormone rather than a vitamin. It influences testosterone and estrogen production, thyroid function, blood sugar regulation, and insulin sensitivity. So, in short, low vitamin D can throw your entire hormone system out of balance. And in terms of mood and mental health, vitamin D receptors are found in areas of the brain linked to mood and cognitive function. It helps regulate serotonin and dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemicals. Low vitamin D levels have been consistently linked to high depression and anxiety symptoms. This also includes seasonal mood disorders. Vitamin D doesn't work in isolation. It also relies on and supports other key nutrients in the body. Starting off with calcium. Calcium is vital for strong bones, teeth, muscle function, and nerve signaling, but it relies heavily on vitamin D for proper absorption. Vitamin D increases calcium uptake in the gut, allowing your body to make the most out of calcium you consume through food or supplement. Without enough vitamin D, much of that calcium goes to waste, potentially weakening bones over time. Vitamin D also works with magnesium, and magnesium is a critical cofactor that activates vitamin D in the body, converting it into a usable form called calcitriol. Even if you're supplementing with vitamin D, a magnesium deficiency can prevent your body from utilizing it effectively, leaving you with lingering symptoms like fatigue, cramps, and poor immune resilience. Vitamin K2 plays a unique role in guiding calcium to the right places in the body, namely your bones and teeth, while preventing it from building up in the arteries or soft tissues, which could lead to calcification and cardiovascular issues. When taken alongside vitamin D, which increases calcium absorption, K2 ensures that the extra calcium doesn't end up where it shouldn't be. And finally, zinc and vitamin A work together with vitamin D to support immune function, hormone production, and cellular repair. Zinc plays a role in activating vitamin D receptors and supports testosterone and thyroid health, while vitamin A complements vitamin D in regulating gene expression and maintaining the health of skin, mucous membranes, and vision. However, they need to be balanced. Excessive vitamin D may interfere with vitamin D signaling if not kept in check. Vitamin D supports gut health and helps regulate the immune system at the cellular level. So, here's a quick recap. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin and is stored in the body's fat tissues. The body can make it on its own with sun exposure. Vitamin D supports muscle strength, bone density, and recovery. In hormonal health, vitamin D acts more like a hormone than a vitamin. Vitamin D influences testosterone and estrogen production, thyroid function, and blood sugar regulation and insulin sensitivity. Vitamin D receptors are in areas of brain that help regulate serotonin and dopamine. Vitamin D works best when paired with other nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, vitamin K2, zinc and vitamin A. Common symptoms include fatigue or low energy, frequent illness or infections, mood changes or low mood, muscle cramps or weakness, bone or joint discomfort, and brain fog or poor focus. The most natural source of vitamin D is sunlight, specifically UVA and UVB rays, and it is important for it to hit your skin so it can start vitamin D synthesis. You can be in the sun for 10 to 20 minutes during the midday, and you can do so 3 to 4 times a week. But if you have darker skin, you may need 30 to 60 or even beyond that due to melanin blocking UVB. And obviously during the winter months, or if you have an indoor lifestyle, very little natural synthesis happens because you're not in the sun. And to know if you're producing vitamin D, if your shadow is taller than you, that means your body is not getting enough vitamin D. Also, the UV index typically peaks around 10 AM to 2 PM depending on location and season. This is when UVB rays are at its most intense, making it the most effective time for your body to produce vitamin D naturally. It's important to note that overexposure to sunlight can damage your DNA and skin cells. It increases the risks of sunburn, especially if you have lighter skin, premature skin aging, and skin cancers. And here are some top vitamin D rich foods. Food sources are limited, but still helpful if you can get vitamin D from the sun. The top sources are fatty fish, which include salmon, sardines and mackerel, cod liver oil, egg yolks, beef liver, and plant-based milks. And for the best forms of vitamin D supplementation, I'm just going to mention 2 different types, and they are vitamin D3, which is the most effective form and ideal for supplements, and there is vitamin D2, which is less potent and shorter lasting. D3 is what your skin produces in sunlight and is better absorbed overall. Here are some dosage guidelines. From sunlight, fair skin 10 to 20 minutes in the midday, and darker skin tones 30 to 60 minutes depending on melanin levels. From food, aim for around 600 to 800 IU per day through diet. And here are the dosage guidelines for supplements, including maintenance, deficiency correction, and the upper limit. Also, take vitamin D with a meal that contains fat for better absorption. So here's a quick recap. Sunlight is the best source of vitamin D, but not always reliable. Food can help, but isn't usually enough. D3 is the best supplement form, and dosage varies based on skin tone, lifestyle, and blood levels. Vitamin D is one of the most overlooked yet powerful nutrients when it comes to physical, hormonal, and emotional health. Optimizing it doesn't just improve how you feel, but also how your entire system functions. Whether it's mood, metabolism, energy, or recovery, vitamin D is mandatory and should not be overlooked. Having checked out your vitamin D levels recently, it might be time. Get a simple blood test done, spend more time in the sun, and consider getting a high quality D3 supplement. I hope you found this valuable, and if you want to know the importance of vitamin D in optimizing performance, hormonal health, and emotional well-being, subscribe and start rebuilding your body from the inside out. Thank you.